Hey Craftaholics, I'm Megan Ryan and welcome back to Making the Cut. So guys, today we are going to make a t-shirt. So this is the go-to craft. If you have had a cutting machine for any length of time, you have wanted to make a t-shirt. They're easy, they're quick, you can make them in bulk, and they're just a lot of fun. You can personalize it and make it really special, give them as gifts, make them for yourself, and it's just fun. So I'm doing a special order today that I'm using a Cricut infusible ink t-shirt. You can use, I'm doing iron-on, so you can use just a regular cotton t-shirt, but I was able to get these in bulk for $3.99 each. So I'm going to use this one. But what I like about the polyester shirts is they're really, really soft. So they're just a more comfortable shirt. They're stretchy, and I just like the way they feel. So I'm using that one for this order. I'm also going to be using a cut file that I've done with glitter iron-on, and I'm going to show you how to weed this because this is a real easy cut file, so I can weed it for you and show you how that's done without it taking a really long time. But first, let me show you how I make the cut. Okay, so we go into Design Space. I'm going to go to my images. I have Cricut access, so we have 200,000 Cricut images here. I'm going to search music. I'm just going to scroll down. I'm looking for, it looks like a heartbeat, but it's got some music notes in it. I just thought it was super cute. So I'm going to scroll down and see where he might be. Oh, I saw him. Let me go back up here. There he is. Okay, I really like this one. So I'm going to click on this, go to Add to Canvas. Okay, and then I can change its size. I'm going to undo this little lock here. That allows me to change the width separately from the height. So I want it 9 by 3. So I'm going to add my logo as well. So let me find, we're going to do our Providence logo. I don't have, let me do View All. And we'll just put in logo here so it's a little easier. And I see him down here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this one. And notice this one has the Providence Academy on it too. And he's vertical. I'm going to make them horizontal. And then I need to get rid of these words. So I'm going to start by going to my shapes. Any shape will do. I really like the square. I'm going to put it over the part I want to get rid of. I'm just going to make it bigger. All right, and then I'm going to highlight both of those images and go to Slice down here. Okay, so that cut those words out. So select that. Oh, he went down too far. Let me bring him back up here. There he is. Let's try that again. So I'm going to select both of those and just delete them. I don't need those. I just wanted the shield and cross. So I'm going to scoot this over. I want this guy to be comparable in size here. So let's try, let me actually do his height 3. That's what the rest of it was. And line him up here. That still looks a little small. Let's make him a little bigger. Okay. So I have my 2 images there. I'm going to select both of those and go up here to Align and Center Vertically. That's going to move both of those images where they're aligned with each other. And I just noticed that that one's not over far enough. So let me select just this and move him over. I'm going to repeat that process. We're just going to select it again just to make sure those are still aligned. Align, Center Vertically. There we go. And go to Weld. That's going to make those one easy cut. All right, so now I have one cut file here. I'm going to go to Make It. And I want to mirror this image. So now it's in reverse because this is iron-on, so we always do it in reverse. And we'll continue. All right, so now I have my cut file. And I wanted to show you how easy it is to weed. So you can use your Cricut weeder, or this is one that came with the vinyl that I buy off Amazon. So I buy vinyl in bulk. You can get it super cheap, and you can get it in all kinds of colors, patterns, glitter, holographic, whatever you want. And I really think it's a better quality than the Cricut vinyls. So that tends to be what I go to. So when you first start weeding, I'm gonna start by just peeling off all this extra vinyl around the edges. So I already trimmed my vinyl so that I wasn't wasting a whole bunch of it. But just pull off that big part. Just set him on the side over here. And then I use my weeding tool and I'm gonna get out all of these inner pieces. Okay, so I just take the little hook and poke it into those areas of the vinyl that I don't want. So when you're doing a stencil, you do a reverse weed. So you actually would have taken out the heartbeat itself. But since I'm doing a regular weed, I'm taking out the pieces that are not part of the image. So there's the difference between weeding and reverse weeding. So you just hook it and pop it off. And this is a big one, so that shouldn't take any time at all. All right, so there's my image. So I have it where it looks normal when it's this way, but when it's the way it was cut, it's in reverse. The iron-on vinyl already has this sticky plastic, so you don't need any transfer tape. It's ready to roll. But I wanted to show you a trick to make sure that you get this perfectly aligned on your t-shirt. So what I want to do is, without the vinyl touching, I'm just gonna make a little crease on each part of this so that I can line up the top and the bottom with the t-shirt. I'm gonna show you a little trick to do that. So now I've got just a little crease up here and a little crease down here, and we're going to line that up with a crease we're gonna put on the shirt itself. So I have my t-shirt. I'm going to line up these two seams that go on the sides of the t-shirt. So you line those up, and then find your front and make sure it's lined up. This one's a V-neck, so it's really easy to get that the way I want it. Okay, so I have my center here. I'm going to place that in my heat press and get a nice little press for a center line. So I want to make sure that's good there. And it doesn't have to be down very long. I'm just going to do a couple seconds, but I want it pressed down so I get a nice tight line there. And then I'll use that image, the little corners that I put, or the little creases that I put at the top and the bottom, are gonna line up with this big crease that I put down the center. You do not want to crease your image because that'll make it where it's not going to be flat on your t-shirt. So just be careful of that. So straighten them back out. Now, anytime you're doing a pressed shirt, you want to make sure that you stuff it with something. I had a piece of paper I was using. Where did he go? Oh, he fell on the floor. So I'm just going to use a piece of paper and stuff it in the shirt. So this way, if it were to bleed at all, it's not going to go to the back side. I do not want this on the back side of my shirt. So I'm just putting some paper down between the two sides there. Now I have my crease down the center of the shirt. So I'm going to fix my image so that it is lined up with that crease. That's going to make sure that you have it centered, and it's going to make sure that you have it straight. Now, on a t-shirt, you want to make sure that you have it right about, the image is going to be right about where the armpits are, or just underneath them. So you want it right across the chest there. So I'm lining my image up so that it's right around the armpits and it's centered with that crease. So now I'm ready to press it. I'm going to stick them on here. Turn them around a little bit here. And the great thing with t-shirts is you can personalize them so easily. So you saw how I was able to personalize this one and add the school logo. You can add names, monograms, cutesy little pictures. They're great for Disney vacations. It's just a lot of fun. So I'm gonna press it down, start my timer. It's at 400 degrees for 30 seconds. And so now we just wait for that to press. It's very important that you wait until your vinyl cools, because if you try to peel that plastic off, it's going to take your vinyl off with it if it's still hot. So give it a chance to cool off a little bit. So while we're waiting on that, I wanted to talk to you about an opportunity that we're coming up with at my church. And if any of y'all are interested, we are going to be having a craft night make and take. So I've got a friend of mine who does knitting. I'm going to be doing some crafts, and as soon as we know when it is, I'll share that information with you. But it is going to be a chance for you to learn some new crafts, meet some new people, have a lot of fun, and it's just going to be a really good ladies' day fun time. So I'll give y'all more information when we know more information, but there's a little sneak peek of what it is. So I've got my image done. I'm going to let this cool a little bit, and then he will be ready to go. Let's see. It cools fairly quickly. I'm just going to peel them off. Take out that paper. There you have it. An easy craft that you can do quickly and have a lot of fun personalizing it. I'll see y'all next time, and keep on making the cut.